Hello everybody. Apa kabar semua? And welcome to the virtually Peranakan Fest 2021, keeping our spirit and our culture strong. My name is Alvin Un from Peranakan Sayang, and it's my pleasure to organize this festival for you and also be your host. We hope that this annual 2-day non-stop online festival brings entertainment, knowledge, joy and comfort in these challenging times to Babas and Nyonyas and those who love the culture around the world. As we all come together to celebrate all things Peranakan. Kamsialah semua datang sini sama-sama kita ya. Kita semua happy sama-sama wahi sekali. Now for the sixth and final program of day 1, we will go up north to Penang to learn about Dondang Sayang, the Melody of Love by Peter Yeoh. For that, we have my good friend who is now in Malacca. So please welcome my co-host. We have Cedric Tan.
Kamsia banyak-banyak Bapak Alvin.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric here all the way from Malacca saying selamat petang. Apa khabar? Ada baik semua? And we are most fortunate and happy to have with us Baba Peter Yeoh all the way from Penang. Ada Melaka, ada Singapore, ni jam ada juga orang Pulau Pinang So let me quickly introduce to you our Baba Peter Yeoh, who is now the 6th generation Penang Baba, and his great grandfather, dia Cho Kong, originated from Medan, Peranakan Hokkien version from Medan, who emigrated to Penang more than 180 years ago. Now, Baba Peter has a passion for Penang Baba Nyonya history, arts and culture, and pursues his passion through the involvement in Peranakan and Baba Nyonya activities. Now, Baba Peter's interest in Dondang Sayang stems from his great-granduncle, Baba Yeoh who was one of the founding members of the Penang Baba Bangsawan Club in the year 1919. It seeks to promote Bangsawan plays like Nyai Samina and Cina Kelantung, and in the year 1920, it registered itself as the Chinese Amateur Dramatic Association. And this Baba Yeoh was one of the pioneers who brought in the first Dondang Sayang troupe from Melaka to perform in Penang in the year 1920s. So we all know that Dondang Sayang was first brought in Penang in the 1920s. So finally, Baba Peter was a member of Dondang Sayang Association Singapore up to the year 2010 before he moved back to Malaysia. He's currently a member of the Persatuan Peranakan Baba Nyonya Kuala Lumpur and Selangor, besides an active member of the Penang Heritage Trust, the Penang Players Theatre Group. And Peter is also known as the author of the book Simply Penang, a pictorial book on Penang people and places. Plus, he is also a foodie. But today we are going to talk about Dondang Sayang. And without further ado, let's bring in Baba Peter Yeoh from Penang.
Let's go to Penang. Mana dia? Let's bring on Peter Yeoh all the way from Penang.
Penang Langgo.
Hello Alvin, hello Cedric, Kamsia semua. Apa khabar Baba Nyonya semua?
Baik, kita 3 orang we should be called apa tu? Straight settlement. Ada Singapore, ada Melaka sama ada Penang.
Now complete all the straight settlement. Kamsia semua for still staying with us. Wahi sekali sebab hari ni sejak awal saya tengok we are sharing all our Baba Nyonya culture. Buat manek lah, talk about the life of Baba Nyonyas in Melbourne. It's so nice to see our community thriving in Australia. And also just now the Apom Balik making was fantastic because I always thought the Malacca Apom Balik is very special. You know, it's so beautiful, it's golden, and it tastes so good. It's different from what we have in Penang, but I really appreciate what we have because Nyonya food, northern, southern, we all have our own style. But end of the day, we're all the same culture, and
we should celebrate, celebrate our differences.
That's right. Differences, similarities. A lot of people were saying that we, Penang, Baba Nyonya, we cakap Hokkien. So what's the Penang and Baba? So 我哋不是講福建話啦。 that one Hokkien was very special because one is Penang Kiao. So it's a bit different from even the Hokkien spoken in Singapore and Malacca. So people who are from Penang who listen to me, they will know that I'm a genuine true blue Penangite because if you're not from Penang, you can't speak like me. Yeah. So
I can't speak Hokkien to save myself.
Too bad. Yeah. Well, anyway, today, I'm here to share about Dondang Sayang. So it won't be a very serious session. I want to welcome people also who want to ask questions about it because I feel Dondang Sayang is one of the pillars of our Peranakan culture. Besides our architecture, our dress code, even our cuisine. You have the performing arts, which is part of our Peranakan culture. Besides wayang Peranakan, bangsawan play, we also have music. And music, Dondang Sayang is a major part of the musical legacy. So that's why today I'm going to talk about Dondang Sayang. Now, who listens to Dondang Sayang? I'm sure Dondang Sayang, during our grandparents' time, that's when Dondang Sayang became almost their sole mode of entertainment. Bila mereka ada festival, festival in Penang we call Chou Lau Jua. I think in Malacca, in Singapore, is Buat Lau Jiat. Here is Lau Jua. Penang Chou Lau Jua. But summer lah, we all nyanyi Dondang Sayang, and then in between Dondang Sayang, we have Ronggeng. The tempo suddenly just quickens. Some people will come and dance. And after the dance, then behind they change the stage lah, or they change the singer lah. Then they continue the next babak lah. The Dondang Sayang. And so today I'm just going to share with you all because a lot of people they know Dondang Sayang, they have heard Dondang Sayang, but they don't know how it started, where it originated, and how was Dondang Sayang in Malacca, Penang, and Singapore. Who were the one who were championing Dondang Sayang in the respective Straits of Durban. And then lastly, I just want to talk about what happens going forward. Because, as we know nowadays, the younger people, they tend to, be not so interested in Dondang Sayang anymore because it is seen as something from zaman dulu kala, But first, to put us into the mood, I wanted to share first just a short Dondang Sayang clip, and I'll ask Baba Alvin to play so that you all can listen to it.
Hai Bi, lama kita tak jumpa.
Saya Abah.
Mari kita nyanyi Dondang Sayang.
Boleh, kita nyanyi ibukan hati. Bibi, wehnya. Weh, lama tak jumpa, kita tambah muda Sialah Bi.
Anaklah raja pergi menyumpi.
Bebek sedap suara.
Lembut,
Dapat seekor burung tekukut.
Burung tu kuku bandit, ya tau.
Anaklah raja pergi menyumpi. Ingat, Bi?
Ya.
Alangkah cantik bintang terbit, alah Dondang Sayang, bagaikan songkitlah songkit kuntum betah.
cantiknya macam kain
Betul tak?
songket.
Kelip-kelip je. Alangkah cantik bintang terbit, alah dondang sayang, bagikan songketlah songket, kuntum bertabur.
Jawab.
Macamnya jawab.
Pancing.
Sayur labu ditumis angin, labu dipetik dari payah.
Weh, labu dia tak sebarang labu. Lah ni bayar dia petik.
Sayur labu ditumis angin, berapa ribu bintang di langit, alah dondang sayang, bulan juga
Dia pergi
juga
bulan tu.
Dia suka bulan.
lebih cahaya.
So, I hope you have all enjoyed that short clip. It was recorded in 1989, and it featured Baba William Tan and Nyonya Jessie Jiang, both members of the Gunung Sayang Association. And I think you all can recognize GT Lai, right, in there? Yeah, so GT is only 51 years old at the time. He's younger than what I am at the moment. But it's an example of a real good Dondang Sayang repartee between two singers, usually a man and a woman. Now, I want to share with you all how Dondang Sayang started. In fact, when I started doing research on Dondang Sayang, I was going through the National Library of Singapore's records, and in fact, as per the academic records, the origin of Dondang Sayang, interestingly, is quite hazy because they don't exactly know when it started. But the generally accepted view is that it was brought by women performers to the Malacca Sultanate's the court to perform, and the women come from Riau. And some people say that it's the Princess Putri Wan Benai of Bintan Island who is the first to perform Dondang Sayang. And she went to Malacca. And at that time, because Malacca Sultanate, is before the 15th century, because the Portuguese came in the 15th century and disposed of the Sultanate. So at Malacca, Dondang Sayang is at least over 500 years old. Yeah. There are also some people who say that Dondang Sayang was first sung by Hang Jebat, who is a Han Tua's companion. But I think that one is more like trying to connect Malay folklore with performing art, because there was no evidence that Hang Jebat was the first to sing Dondang Sayang lah. But if you think about, if you want to follow what they say, Hikayat Hang Tua was first published in 1908 officially lah, based on manuscript that dates back to 1848. So at that time, there was understanding that Dondang Sayang started at that time. Okay. But subsequently, we Baba and Nyonya, we adopted Dondang Sayang into our culture. So Dondang Sayang originates as a Malay form of entertainment, but we Baba Nyonyas adopted it. What is Dondang Sayang? So as you hear just now, they are singing in what we call a quatrain, which is a 4-line pantun. The first 2 lines is what we call the pembayang, which is meant to embroider the message. Whereas the 3rd and the 4th line is called the maksud, the meaning, what the message that you wanted to deliver. And you guys can see the 1st and the 3rd line rhymes, and then the 2nd and the 4th line will also rhyme with each other. And then the standard melody, which you heard just now, is what we call the Dondang Sayang tune. So the singers are trained to sing the 4-liner pantun to that standard tune. I want to give you an example of Dondang Sayang, the sparring. In this example, I won't sing, but I will just tell you what the pantun is like. The man will say, "Tanam selasih di tepi perigi, lambat laun berbunga juga. Walaupun kasih bertukar ganti, ada masa terkenang juga." So the meaning in English, let me see, is plant the selasih next to a well, soon it will blossom. Although I have many lovers, you are the one that's on my mind. So you can see that there's a certain form of, playfulness when you sing in Dondang Sayang. And then the woman will then have to reply. And then you have to reply, actually it's on the spot. Then the woman will sing, "Buah selasih di atas bangku, ditanam orang di pangkal serai. Kalau rindu sebut namaku, air mata jangan berderai." So what she's saying is that the selasih, the fruit is on a bench, is planted next to the lemongrass grove. If you long for me, just say my name. It's no use crying now. So you can see that there's a certain form of sparring. So that's why Dondang Sayang is seen as very entertaining in the old days, because the 2 singers have to actually formulate their pantun on the spot, and then they have to do it spontaneously. And it has to be beautiful, it has to rhyme, and then it has to be suitable for the occasion. So sometimes when you are at a wedding, then usually the pantun will take on something to do with weddings. If it's a birthday, then they'll talk about something that's related to the person whose birthday they're celebrating and all that. So you choose your occasion, what kind of pantun you want to use. Excuse me. Like I said, we have a Baba style of Dondang Sayang, which we adopted from the Malays. The Baba style Dondang Sayang, the only difference is we include Hokkien terms and idioms, and also our pronunciation. Because sometimes our pronunciation is different from the Malay one. I'll give you some example. One of the examples is this excerpt from Pantun Peranakan Baba by Professor Ding Chumi. You can see how they, although Baba Malay is actually based on Malay language, but they will incorporate Hokkien words. In this case, you say, "Geramnya Sinyo tidak terkata. Bila langkat pulang, barulah dia kata. Hey Baba, betul hati lu buta. Gua penat berdiri, lu gasap termuntah." So this is the bride chiding the bridegroom. How come you're just beating yourself? You don't care that I'm tired. Then you see the next one is, "Bapak kiasai marah sangkai Dia bilang baik juga Sinyo tak tersenyum. Adakah lu dengar batuk berdehum? Sebab lu mengantuk punya sangkai So you can see the father of the bride is chiding the sangkai who is the matchmaker usually. Like, how come she's not doing her job? Okay. A bit on the side, the picture that I took here, I believe Cedric, you're the one who dressed them up, right? The bride.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
They're my friends.
Yeah. So this is an example of how to say, the Baba Malay being used lah. So similarly, because Dondang Sayang is built upon pantun, so you will have this kind of language that's being used in the Baba kind of Dondang Sayang. Now, Dondang Sayang in Malacca, I want to talk about the fact that it's a birthplace of Dondang Sayang. That's where it started. By the 70s, I think in RTM, we do have regular weekly programs. That time, there's Baba Kim Tek and Cik Amina. They are regular performers. So they have become like household name at that time. The picture here, they have other well-known performers by Baba Yeoh Kim Swee and Lee Ok Po. The picture there shows Baba Lee Ok Po. And because of the efforts of Malacca, Dondang Sayang in Malacca, it has been inscribed as a representative of intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO in 2018. Okay? So thanks to the efforts of the Malaccans, Dondang Sayang is now actually listed by UNESCO. Okay. In Penang, I know more about the Penang one, sorry, because I'm in Penang. Although Dondang Sayang since the 1920s is very popular in Penang, the Dondang Sayang Club itself was only formed in 1954, at least by a lady, Nyonya Yeoh. And they actually put up weekly, to sing and all that. At the time, when the Dondang Club opened, the membership was open to all Baba and Nyonya there. One main activity of the Dondang Sayang Club of Penang at the time was that every Cap Gomeh, the 15th day of the Chinese New Year, you will go around town. Actually, I should have shown you the next slide. This is what we call the Gu Cha Pe. Gu Cha Pe is actually a bullock cart, like the sort you see in the Padang Merdeka in Malacca last time. You have the cow pulling this cart. And the Dondang Sayang singer will be on top of it. And they go around Georgetown singing Dondang Sayang. Of course, by the 80s, or even by the 50s, it's been replaced by bus. And the bus, they will actually get credit. And I think the last few years, because Dondang Sayang Club in Penang, I believe the last members actually, probably died off, in the late 80s and 90s. The performance of Dondang Sayang on Cap Gomeh is now taken on by the State Chinese Penang Association, the SCPA. And we still go around in buses. But just to share, in 1986, this one is taken in 1986 on board all the buses. Baba William Tan, because traditionally we invite people from Malacca, from Singapore to come and join us in Penang on Cap Gomeh. And you can see that he's singing next to Cik Putih. Cik Putih is one of the main Dondang Sayang singer in Penang. And in fact, behind them, like Jun Lo and all that, they're also very well-known members of the Dondang Sayang Club. And I do believe that time Chiti Lai also come down regularly to Penang. And people like Cik Putih and Jun Lo and all that are also personal friends of Chiti Lai. Now we go to Dondang Sayang in Singapore. Now, in Singapore, the Gunung Sayang Association that was formed in February 1910. They are the one who were the champions of Dondang Sayang in Singapore. And Koh Hoon Tek, who is one of the Gunung Sayang Association's founder, he came up in 1911 with a 5-volume pantun. They call Pantun Dondang Sayang Baba Peranakan. So he already had this, because one thing about Baba Koh Hoon Tek, in his mind, he has got this wealth of, how to say, it's almost like he's always working and he's always thinking about rhymes and all that. And every time he think about it, he write it down. So he came out with this 5-volume Pantun Dondang Sayang Baba Peranakan, which has subsequently always been referred to by a lot of people. They will build on it. They will actually adopt some of it. They will even copied it, for their performance. Other prominent Gunung Sayang Association members, as we know, are people like Gui Peng Kui, who's Ko Tek's nephew, and Gui Peng Kui's son, who is GT Lai, and of course, just now Baba William Tan. This is just an example of the pantun that's in the book. I think it's a bit small, but let me read one of it. What is it? Tukar baju pakai seluar. Can you see? I can't see.
Coba menanam padi.
Coba menanam pagi. Saya seorang orang di luar. Coba menabur budi. So using Baba Malay in this pantun. You can see that the pantun here can be adopted into Dondang Sayang singing. Okay. This is just sharing a picture of the Gunung Sayang Association, the EXCO members in 1982. This picture I took from a book by Philip Thomas. It's called Like Tigers Around a Piece of Meat, the Baba style of Dondang Sayang. So Philip Thomas came in 1982 to Singapore to interview the people here, not just in Singapore, but also in Malacca and in Penang. And he subsequently published the book. I think the book, I believe, is available online. And he concentrates on Baba style of Dondang Sayang. So in the beginning, the introduction of his book, he did say, I'm not covering Malay style or other style. I'm covering just Baba style. And this one is actually a performance by William Tan and Yeoh. They actually sang. It's in a wayang Peranakan play in 1985 called Buang Kerok Bukit Jernih. Some of you may have seen it. I saw it. I was in Singapore during that time, so I went to watch it, and it was fantastic. I think in those days, the play is really, it was so special. But the thing is that the people who are attending it, I find, are all other Babas and Nyonyas, because we are the one who can understand the language that they are using. Next picture is on that's the last Gunung Sayang Association Chinese New Year party that I attended in 2010. That time I'm still a member of Gunung Sayang, and the president at the time was Victor Goh, who sings very well. In fact, his singing reminds me a bit of William Tan, very merdu, the voice halus sekali, and he's very a very accomplished singer. Yeah, and then like in the old days, in between the singing, we have the ronggeng, where we play the music, and then people will come and dance. And I believe today, Gunung Sayang Association, this Fred So, who's and Audrey Tan, they are still very active. I think nowadays the Gunung Sayang Association in Singapore do perform on special occasions. Sometimes the Ministry of Culture or what will Information, the Arts or what will request them to come and perform. Together, also like Alvin, right? I think the Peranakan Sayang also does the same, right? Yeah. So this is what we are doing now. I believe Singapore is really quite active at the forefront of this. In KL and in Malacca, I believe Cedric Tan, you are one of the foremost proponents of Dondang Sayang as well. Unfortunately, in Penang, we don't have, the last people who could sing Dondang Sayang in Penang, I think have faded away. So if I am to say that, in Penang, we wanted to revive Dondang Sayang, make it again one of the centerpiece of our Baba Nyonya culture in Penang. We do want to welcome people from Malacca and from Singapore to come and teach us in that sense, so our people will then pick it up the arts again. Because I believe a lot of Baba Nyonya in Penang, we are very interested in Dondang Sayang. It's just that we don't have the skill sets necessary. So anyway, Lastly, for those of you who want to know more about Dondang Sayang and all that, there are two books that I recommend. This one is the one I'm talking about, like Tigers Around a Piece of Meat by Philip Thomas. It's amazing. All the history and a lot of old pictures. And then this one is very informative. It's called Eclectic Cultures for All by Professor Tan Sui Bing. She also did research. The book comes with a CD, and if you play the CD, you can see some performances of Dondang Sayang. In fact, even in Penang, which she has managed to get. Okay. So that concludes my presentation for this evening.
I'm not going to let you go yet, Peter, because here we have a question. Yeah. How do we inculcate, promote, and create interest amongst our younger generation as part of our musical heritage? ... Instead of associating it as though it's part of the Malay culture.
Yeah, I think one challenge we face is that when you talk about Dondang Sayang and the Pantun use, it's still the Malay language, even though we have the Baba Malay. So we need the young people to be proficient in the Malay language in order to subsequently, then practice Dondang Sayang. So the young generation must be proficient. I believe in Malaysia, in Penang and in Malacca, it is possible because we do have young people who are good in Malay. They learn standard Malay. If you have a good basis in Malay, then you can pick up Baba Malay quite easily. But still, I believe right nowadays 90% of the Chinese send their children to Chinese vernacular school, and their Malay language command is quite poor there. So that's one of the challenge. In Singapore, of course, it goes without saying, a lot of Singaporean Chinese youngsters, they're more proficient in English and then in Mandarin, but not in Malay. So that's going to be a challenge going forward. How do we promote Dondang Sayang to a new generation that is not as proficient in Malay as our generation? Even our generation, we still use Malay regularly. The other thing that we can do is to make sure that Dondang Sayang, we include that as an item in our program in all our Peranakan occasions. Like in KL, we have our annual dinner. For the Persatuan Peranakan Babas and Nyonyas KL Selangor. In Penang, we have similar ones. The state Chinese will have annual dinner, and then they also have the Cap Gourmet dinner as well. They sometimes have some special occasion. Like I'm sure Elvin, you also know that next Friday we have what we call the Teen Miners Ball, hosted by the Persatuan Peranakan Penang, which is Lilintong at the Penang Peranakan Mansion. So if we can include actually Dondang Sayang performances, that will be fantastic. It's like any special occasion. Why don't we make sure that why don't we include a segment on Dondang Sayang? Because if we don't promote it, who else will do it for us?
What I'd like to share some interesting things that I discovered in Penang, especially. I'm talking about the Dondang Sayang bus and talking about Cap Gourmet, which is a fantastic time, especially in Georgetown. And for me and my merry group of singers, we had the opportunity of being invited to be part of Cap Gourmet celebrations, and we had the pleasure of being on the Dondang Sayang bus, as what you have shown the photograph, and it's a wonderful thing to see how it has progressed, and like you showed earlier on, having the bullock cart kind of contraption, and then later on it became a bus, and then the bus became a better bus, and today it's like a platform on a trailer kind of thing, and we even have a double-decker bus bringing the whole troop around Georgetown. So it has progressed with the times. And for us, I mean, as performers, it was a big thrill to sing on the Dondang Sayang bus. So we were given the microphones, and then there's a sound system attached and all, and we played our music, and then we'll start singing, and we were having fun with the crowds walking along the streets of Georgetown. So we'll sing and have a lot of fun with all these opportunities to enjoy together with the Penang people, which are wonderful people, so hospitable. But the thing is, the sharing of Dondang Sayang itself, I mean, as a musician, as a songwriter, and as a performer, I find that there is no interest in Dondang Sayang music. Perhaps because one, of course, is the language. We are not proficient in the Baba language to be able to be on the spot repartee and I can sing back to you, balas back to you. It's not easy. I think most Peranakan Dondang Sayang singers actually prepare the script or the lyrics before they actually perform. We can't do that because our command of the language is really not up to that standard that we can actually do that. So that's definitely a challenge. And the pace of the Dondang Sayang is also very slow. It's very trying for the modern audience. They might not appreciate it. Say, why this is taking so long? Just to sing one verse, you must wait before the cue to come in to sing. I've learned how to come in at the point in time, but I have to wait a very long time before I can start singing, as shown in the video earlier on. So what we have done, at least on Peranakan Sayang side, we have upped the tempo of the Dondang Sayang and make it a real danceable version of Dondang Sayang, just to keep the interest in Dondang Sayang and at the same time keep the audience engaged. Or else if we do the old style, we might just lose them, or only the older generation might appreciate it. The younger generation, unfortunately, they don't. That's my sharing.
Yes, I believe Cedric has done the same when he came to Penang to join us on Cangkome last year.
Yes.
You and Baba Daniel was having Dondang Sayang repartee. That's up tempo and it's a fast.
Yeah, we use the Mambo version, and then even now also right now the next fad is Dondang Sayang Joget version. Well, getting yourself adjusted to Joget tempo instead. So Dondang Sayang has gone a long way trying to adapt to reinvent itself. But the basic thing is that you still need to be proficient in the Malay language. But I do hope, frankly speaking, that one day Dondang Sayang can we can actually use English or for that matter Mandarin as the mode of repartee. Something worth trying. I mean, if you want to keep the culture alive.
That's right. That's right.
And please go on.
No, I was going to share that back in 1991, I think Professor Philip Thomas was in Singapore, and that time I was with the Singapore Broadcasting Corporation. And we caught up, and he wanted to visit some members of the Gunung Sayang association who are very good singers. And we went to their house, and they were telling us that they still perform. They meet for rehearsal weekly at the time. At the clubhouse in Ceylon Road at that time, the old clubhouse. So that time they actually weekly meet together, and then they will go around the table and sit around the table, and then they'll sing, and then they just to practice the repartee. I don't think they're doing it anymore nowadays because I don't think there are enough people who are proficient in Dondang Sayang in Singapore to do that anymore. But in the old days, they will sit around and that's what they do. And,
Similarly, Melaka too. I had the opportunity to see Encik Oppo, Yeoh Kim Sui, and a few other singers singing in groups, and they meet up weekly actually to just sing off the cuff sort of thing, and that's how they actually hone their skills to compose on the spot. Spontaneous compositions.
Yes,
I guess if we do it often enough, you can pick up the skill better. But the thing is, we don't speak enough Malay or Baba language, so it's quite a challenge. But if you say it's in English, I think we'll be more comfortable.
Yes,
why not?
That's
I'm throwing this challenge to you, Peranakan Sayang team. Pick it up. You guys in Singapore can speak Mandarin too. I mean, as I say, I don't see the reason why we cannot nationalize, internationalize. 可以讲华语啦，Dondang Sayang 华语。
Dondang Sayang in Mandarin.
Or even for the matter Hokkien, Penang Hokkien, it's pretty interesting, I must say. I mean, that's how you don't keep it within the community. You sort of you create interest outside the normal circle, you see.
Yeah. And in Penang, it's always Hokkien is central to our culture, even the Babas and Nyonyas culture. And The reason being because by the 1860s, the number of Hokkien or Chinese outnumber the Babas and Nyonyas in Penang. By the 1860s, did not happen in Malacca, because Malacca that time the Straits Chinese, the Straits settlement, the British government have moved their offices to Singapore as well. So there's no Chinese massive influx into Malacca. So the Malaccans, Babas and Nyonyas, are still maintaining their culture, and they're surrounded by a Malay community. So that's why they continue speaking Baba Malay. But a lot of Malaccan who wants to move out from Malacca, they go to Singapore, which is why Singapore's Babas and Nyonyas community is built upon a Malaccan one. Penang, we have our own Babas and Nyonyas community. Started off when the Malaccans came in the 1780s, when the first Straits settlement offices were opened. But subsequently, we bring in a lot of migrants came from Siam, the Siamese, the Burmese, and then the Acehnese and Medan people, the Indonesian, like my own forefathers. So that's why Penang has a kind of northern feel to it. But like I said, by the 1860s, the Chinese Hokkien and the Teochew order has outnumbered the Babas and Nyonyas and become central to the businesses in Penang, which is why then Hokkien become our lingua franca.
I do hope that the Dondang Sayang will regain its footing in Penang. Yeah, I mean, I don't
Like to see that.
find. I don't mind being there just to coach. Simple lah. I'm not a genius.
No lah, come
guy,
on.
I
You
just-
don't
I
mind
just-
being Penang and for anything
Yeah,
lah.
yeah lah.
Makan
Opportunity
also.
go.
Oh, yeah lah,
That's an excuse to go.
Yeah lah, I know. I also.
Penang.
I also.
So yeah, I
That's-
mean,
I was
if there
speaking-
are people there who are willing to learn, I don't see the reason why we are not willing to share and teach.
Yeah.
Peter?
I was speaking to GT Live. I think the last time was the night before he performed Emily of Emerald Hill with Ivan Hay, and I was speaking to him.
The
and I was saying,
matriarch.
the matriarch, and I was saying I want Josie Day, who's the Penang Arts Council chairman, to bring him to Penang to sing for us, because GT Lai is the only person who can sing what we call the anthem of the Penang Peranakan, which is called Cap Go Cap Lak. Cap Go Cap Lak is actually sung in Malay, in Baba Malay. But no one in Penang knows the tune or the lyrics anymore. But GT Lai said he was singing it, all the time, and he could sing it over the phone for me as well. The Malacca's theme is like Cedric, Emily Lim was singing Babas and Nyonyas, at the convention. That will be the de facto theme for the Babas and Nyonyas in Malacca. Penang one is Cap Go Cap Lak, and ironically, GT is the one who can sing it, no one else. So I want at least want to record it and archive it, or get someone to then play, learn from it, learn the tune and play.
Yeah. There's a big question here, Ba. Peter Yeoh, aren't you going to Dondang Sayang?
Please.
Unfortunately, that's what Josie Day wanted me to do. In fact, when a few months ago, I talked about the Peranakan Festival. We're going to have one in December, the Peranakan Festival in Penang, by Penang Arts Council. He did ask me, but no, I can't sing.
Christopher just added on, Cap Go Cap Lak was sung on Cap Gourmet in the past. Baba Victor Go can sing it too.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I think this song has been preserved in Dondang Sayang actually,
Yes.
because they used to grace your Cap Gourmet event almost every year. I think for the past maybe the last decade prior before the last decade. Yeah.
I believe last time when GT said he sang it once at Dondang Sayang, and someone told him you shouldn't sing it because this is not our Singapore song. This is a Penang song, so don't sing it. So it's okay.
Wow. Territorial,
Yeah. But it's beautiful. When he sang, it was so beautiful, the song, and I said it's such a waste if it's lost.
Okay. I think that has been a fantastic sharing. What do you think, Cedric?
Very, very much. But I'm looking forward for the Penang trip actually. Now
Yeah.
get my drift.
You are more likely to go to Penang than me. So you should make the trip up to Penang. I can't wait to get to Penang either.
Yeah, we just hope the skies are open and everybody can just travel around safely. Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, Babayo, thank you so much. I mean, it's a lovely
You're
sharing
welcome.
session. I think it's something that all three of us can relate to very easily. Yeah, having performed for the Cap Gomeh in Penang.
That's right.
Thank you again for gracing our event. And
That's
with
right.
that, hand over the session back to Baba Alvin.
Kamsia Babat, Peter,
Kamsia
and
semua.
Cedric. Thank you so much
You're most
for
welcome.
being part of this. All right, everybody. That's the end of today's program, first day of our festival. Thank you, everybody, for all your comments and joining us. And do join us tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. with 5 exciting programs that's happening from 1 p.m. all the way till about 6 p.m. It's gonna be a fantastic day tomorrow. So do join us, and thank you so much for being part of Virtually Peranakan Fest 2021. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's keep our culture and our spirit strong. Kamsia, everybody. Have a great evening ahead.